All right, our last section is graphing tangent. So we want to look at our values here. So our period is going to be pi over b. So this is our b. So pi over 8. Doesn't reduce in any way. And then our asymptotes are plus or minus pi over 2b. So it's going to be plus or minus pi over 16. All right, and then our y-intercept is our k value. So we're going to be at 10. All right, next one. Okay, ignore all this for right now because we're going to do that here. Okay, so it is a positive tangent function. Our asymptotes are going to be plus or minus pi over 2 times 1/2, which would just be plus or minus pi. Our period is pi over 1/2, which would be 2 pi. So you do pi times 2 over 1 times by reciprocal, you get 2 pi. All right, our y-intercept is at -1. So that's going to be here. And then we have negative pi and pi. All right, for this, if we're doing our 3 points, we need those. So actually, let's change this so we can get those. So this would be negative pi. This would be negative pi halves, and pi. All right, our normal tangent function has our asymptotes here. Oh, this is positive pi fourths. This would be -1, 1, and positive pi halves, undefined. Okay, so for these, we would multiply by 2. And then on our x's, we are also multiplying by 2. And then we'll go down 1. So this is still undefined. This would be at -3. This would be at -1. This will be 0. And this will be 1. And this will be undefined. Okay, so this makes negative pi, which makes sense. That's our asymptote. This makes positive pi. And then this would be negative pi halves and pi halves. So at negative pi halves, we're at -3. And then at positive pi halves, we're at 1. So if we were to graph this, this is what it will look like. So those would be your 3 points. This would be -1. And you go from there. All right, next is our equation. So it's going to be a negative tangent. And how I know that is I look at the y-axis, which is right here, and we're going up first, then down. So it's going to be negative, and then we're up 3. So that means our y-intercept is 0, 3. And then it looks like our asymptotes are in between pi and negative pi. So those are plus or minus pi halves. So our period would be pi. So if we added those together, we would get pi. All right, so our equation is negative. And then it's kind of hard to tell the stretch or shrink for this. So we'll just leave the a value as 1. So negative tangent. And then to get a 1, that's just going to be x and then plus 3. So it's a regular tangent function. It's just negative and up 3.